Greetings, Cancerians. This is Damien with HK Readings Healing Culture Tarot. I'm here to do your February 2020 General Love Reading. This will be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter, so stay tuned to see if any of the messages resonate with you today. Man. Good morning. We are going to be reading from the Gypsy Oracle deck as well as the Golden Tarot. Okay. Crosswatchers, you are welcome to the video. Take the messages as they apply to a situation and inverse the story if need be. And if any of the messages do not resonate, feel free to check out any of the videos that I have for your other planetary alignments to see which insights you get there. Also, subscribe to the channel of HK Readings and join the journey. Like the video if you resonate and leave your comments of resonance as well. I'm going to go ahead and get into the reading, starting with the Gypsy Oracle deck. We're going to do a card, maybe a clarifier, to see your present energy, and some Golden Tarot to see what's surrounding you. Take off this. Oh yeah, much more comfy. Okay. Messages for my Cancerians. Messages for my Cancerians. Definitely have some news coming in as it pertains to love. Really? Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, they all fell out, so. Clarifying energies. Consolation. Oh, wow. Okay, Lover. This is pretty straightforward. Conversation. Frivolity and faithfulness. Okay. So I definitely am intuiting here that, especially seeing letter, lover, and consolation all together right here, that you will be asked out on a date soon. I mean, you know, sometimes I have men that'll comment on my videos if I talk about marriage. Well, what woman's gonna propose to a man? Or, what woman's gonna ask a man out on a date? I'm a Cancer man. And it wasn't a Cancer who said that. And I have to say this, like, don't come on my comments with that dumb bullshit. Like, for one, it is a little more common for women to pop a question. But if you know that that's not the sitch, then it's not your story. Or maybe flip it around and think about if there's anyone you've wanted to propose to, if you understand that you're a traditionalist, you know? I just had to get that off my chest from somebody from my last video. It's like, come on now. Apply it to your life, bro. And if it doesn't apply to your life in any sort of way, like in the inverse, or just at all, because you don't believe that women are out here doing that these days, or making the first move towards that, then cool. Don't come on talking about, well, I don't know how I'm gonna get proposed to because I'm a man. You know, saying it in a way like, you know, just, I don't have time. Look, get, So anyways, whether you are a Cancer woman or man, look, bro, or look, girl, it's gonna be all good. If I'm saying that someone is gonna ask you out on a date, and if I'm reading this in the inverse, and it's someone who's gonna, you know, you're the one that's gonna ask them, so be it. But I don't want those damn comments. Anyways, there will be a date that's asked about. Someone will make a move or a plan to want to hang out, to speak to you. This could very well come through electronic messages. You're talking, texting, someone who's on your Facebook, could be in your DMs on Instagram or Snap. It doesn't even matter. But I see that others of you, because some of you have been getting those already. And if you have already been getting those, you can expect for this person to pop up at a place where they know you are. Not in a creepy way, but they're going to position themselves to be at a place that they know you're going to be at. Whether it's a bar that you frequent, or a park that you frequent, or just if they know that you're going to be at so-and-so's house on Friday to have a cookout, put some shit on the grill. Because I actually had a friend who did that recently. Was trying to get with another friend of mine, and we went to a potluck, and they were just like, let me be your plus one, let me be your plus one. And I'm just like, laughing in my head because I already know it's tea. Like, yeah, well, I see why you want to do that. And I mean, I don't know what's going on with them now, but, they seem to be pretty all right. They're talking. But yeah, so either you or the other person might put yourself in position. But from your perspective, Cancer, yeah. That's basically what I see. This is somebody who's definitely been divinely guided to be in your life, to teach you what lessons. Hey, that's to be discovered, but it is divinely led. This is someone who has had a fickle past, I will say though, but they're looking to settle down, and you might not believe it. Because honestly, especially if you know this person who is wanting to ask you out, or take you out, or kick it with you. I can't believe women don't want to kick it too. People need to understand that women are here making boss moves, and they're not having to do this traditionalist ass shit with men. If they do, it's because they want to, and that's the last I'm gonna say on that. But yeah, they want to settle down, and you might not even believe them. If you kind of already know who this person is, you're just like, yeah, okay, and you're not even foul about it. You're just in a laughing way. You're just like, I kind of already know what you're about. No, and they're like, I'm serious, They want to try to see what's up. They want to be with you. You're just like, I already know. Come on now. Didn't you cheat on Tanya? Didn't you? Oh, no, And this is the real shit. You might think it's game when they're saying that Tanya ain't you. But Cancer, right now, the way you're shining and the way you have things going on for yourself that have other people noticing it and wanting to be a part and contribute, I think you better realize that this might not be game, and I think you'll know it. I think it'll be something that you feel strongly, that with, for your intuition's sake, you can definitely trust. If you have a person around you and you just do feel within your heart of hearts that, getting a title down for you, but if you feel like, they are pulling your leg, they are full of shit, it isn't worth your time, then clearly this is either not the reading for you, or because you are able to discern that truthfully and continue to push out the lessons, to push out the execution of the lessons that you've learned, because we are in a retrograde, and that's what that's all about. Applying the lessons. And because you are able to do that, you bring in someone who carries this energy. You see what I'm saying? So it could still very much be your story. Could still very much be your story. I don't know. I was going to pull some Golden Tarot, but I think I do want to pull a few more Gypsy Sibylla. This is someone I don't want to be as dramatic and drastic and say that they're changing from being a player, But if they did have the tendency to not be able to commit, because, like sometimes a player's a player, okay? And sometimes the people that we deem players are people who might be hopeless romantics, might be lovers, might, just feel the energies to like, hey, let me go put myself out there and see what's up. And they meet people who weren't who they said they were, and they found out really quickly. And we're just full of shit. And, I think until this person went inside of themselves to see why they're attracting the people who only look great because they put their best foot forward and not because they have both feet forward, until they started working on that. Like, it just, like, took that to come to meet you, Cancer, to attract the energy. And I feel they have a sureness of who they are now, from where they've come from maybe how you knew them, to really bring you something that is stable and solid. And again, you just might be like, okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. But if you're going to take that approach, and if you're going to say that, at least be open to see, willing to see. I feel like there's always a way to test the waters and protect yourself. You don't have to worry about that because you are divinely protected. And in this situation, and in really any situation around you right now, you have achieved that level of protection to not really worry. And I wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't true. Like, I wouldn't send you through, intend to send you through a situation that could perpetuate or cause, heartbreak. So, but that's where it's still up, your part to be honest with yourself and in how you receive this reading, okay? No poppers, man. Okay. Ooh, la la. Well, remember when I told you, like, this is an individual who is looking to settle down. Someone that they can, be a pillar for, they want you to feel dependent upon them, not in an unhealthy way, but just to know that you can rely on them. They want to support you. They want you and only you. And you're like, we'll see. And it's like, Cancer, yeah, you will. Because they're looking at marriage. They're looking at commitment. And with this on top of the conversation card, and we talk about it being divinely led, because conversation is kind of like, for me as a reader in this deck, like the mother's talking. It's kind of like judgment, where, the mothers are talking, the spirits, the final verdict. There's a decision that's made. There's something that's brought together. There's something that's brought to an end. There's a lesson being brought to the forefront. Something becomes definitive. There is an answer. That is the energy of conversation for me. Is similar to the card of judgment. And even if you look at like religious sanctions, like marriage, because I feel like there's going to be a wed spiritually, and then a traditional wedding, even though I don't feel like it's having the religious context. I feel like it's just through that being what we as human beings do. We get married. Even spiritual folks who don't find themselves to be religious may get married. There's a chance that y'all could have like a separate style of ceremony that will be, unifying you two. That is very prominent in what I'm intuiting, is that if you don't go through the traditional institution of marriage, you might have yourselves a spiritual marriage type deal set up. And invite like a small group of people to, I'm sensing the beach wholeheartedly. Beautiful, beautiful beaches. for some of y'all, I'm definitely sensing some hippie shit too. Like a really fun, far out marriage, like, you know, party that you just throw and say, this is how we are going to unconventionally do our thing. But yeah, you know, you think about like how in traditional marriage you have the minister, whomever that's wedding, who is seen to be ordained from God, right? From the heavens, from spirit, to sanctify the union. And you have conversation, you have wedding right on top of that. Like, I just want you to kind of like see what I'm seeing here when I expressed this notion of, yeah, man, you think they're a player, man, but if anything, you tug their heartstrings. You could, like, and I'm saying, understand this how I mean it, you know. And I will, I will explain myself. But you could play them if you want. Like, you feel like they're the player, but they have so much energy, so much heartfelt energy relinquished to you. That if anybody's the player, it's you, because you have the power, the control. They let you know, and maybe not fully. They're not just on their knees, like kissing your toes, like, baby, please take me. You know, none of that shit. I mean, that's how you'd really know the ball was in your court. Like, damn, son, get up, respect yourself. But, but I still feel like you don't have an idea, like the depths in which you do have them. Like, they'll show you a little bit. They're gonna plead. They're going to come to you with the words and the actions and the songs, and especially if they're a musician. Oh man, if they play the guitar, be expecting a serenade. But I just want to tell you, it goes deeper than that. There's a song that I want y'all to listen to. If y'all are familiar with the Stooges, Iggy's like his original band before like going on with Iggy Pop in like the late 70s, early 80s. The Stooges, I want to say, were like into the 60s, 68, 69, up into the early 70s. They have a song called I Want to Be Your Dog. And really, really check that song out and listen to it to get like an understanding. I'm gonna like put it in, let me make a note to put it in the description box. And put it in the description box, and probably, close to the top if I can't fit it in the title. I'll see how I can arrange that, but yeah, this is somebody who, and then again, we have the card of faithfulness here. What is this? A loyal dog, This is literally somebody who, and I say listen to the song because it's not like them, just again, on their knees, kissing each other like, baby, baby, and just not respecting themselves, like, get the fuck up, respect yourself. But that song is really about how they want to give their all to you. They just want you near, the things they will do for you. Like, they want to be like that one you depend on. Like I said earlier. Let me see. Damn, Cancer, what's in your waters? I have a Venus and Mars, midheaven in Cancer. I only read for, I guess the only placements that I have Cancer in that I read for would be my Venus. And, I don't know, this applies. I feel this for y'all. I didn't even think to just like see if I resonated with my message because it was more important to just go ahead and get it out. But Ooh, if somebody feels this way about me, like, that's what's up. Like, who doesn't want a little bit of what Cancer has in their waters right now? If it applies, it won't apply for all of us Cancerian aligned people, individuals. Maybe. Who wants to love Cancer? Oh, okay. There are 2 cards here. And I never know if I'm pronouncing her name right. Ein, leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Right on, sorceress. You're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So what do you want, Cancer? Because Spirit is saying, as we've been discussing, take a leap of faith on something good. You might think you understand the situation, but it's quite different. It's quite different, Cancer. You can manifest what you want. You can get what you want. You can have what you want. If you decide to go for it. If you want it, it is right here for you. How about that? If you want it, it's right here for you. I don't know what your title's gonna be, but now that song's popping into my head. Oh, I'm not even gonna sing it, it's so silly. But I feel like it's Cancer. I feel like this is where you're coming from. It's like, what's that song? It's like, so like they're coming from that Izzy, did I say Izzy? I'm an Iggy. You know, I wanna be a dog. You're coming from that, baby, if you want me, you've got to show me love. You're just like, okay, well, you know, you gotta show me. But I'm telling you, they will. And they're gonna, I just see, they will bother you. And I mean, like, in the sense of, they will know how to get you bothered in a way that will, in that good way that you're just like, And you might not show them right off the rip, but you know when you get alone, you just gonna be like, ooh, oh my. Like, just, The way they look at you and make you smile, like, just everything. Like, yeah, think about the last person that really made you light up like that, Cancer. Sit on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I enjoyed doing y'all's reading so much. Love and light. Maybe I'll find some resonance in this too, because again, this is a bomb-ass reading. And yeah, so for the collective, out.